Shalom, Yahweh Shana Shabbat to my brother, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Utham Bashina Shadow, all my sisters, all right? It's I.S.U.K. Minneapolis with Brotherhood class today. We are going to touch on a few things like we talked about earlier. The topic most is going to be about Mother's Day, but there's a little bit of examples and scenarios that play within brotherhood and sisterhood. Although this is a brotherhood class, there's a lot of variety of things as far as how to raise up a woman, how to raise up a man. See what I'm saying? It's not just for brothers, but also for sisters as well. Okay, and that's something that we're going to attack and talk about today. All right. So first things first, we just had Mother's Day. What, like the other day, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, Sunday. See what I'm saying? Because I believe in 1908 it was declared that Mother's Day should be on the second Sunday of May. And does anybody know about the goddess of May? Maya? No one knows about her? No one know about that? Okay, it's every month has a god, right? How about Janus? Who's Janus? January, meaning the beginning and the end. You're going into a new year and you're ending off another year. See what I'm saying? Are you leaving a year behind and you're going into a new year? Got the old one, you got the new one. That's why I had two faces. So goddess of Maya is the month of May. And the month of May is a goddess associated with Rhea, Sybil, and I think it's Rhea, Sybil, and Ishtar. So I'm saying Rhea is the goddess of motherhood. Sybil is the same thing, just a Greek mythology or Greek mythology, and in a white man's history. So if it's Greek mythology, what does that mean necessarily in a nutshell?
Well, the myth.
Go ahead.
It's not a myth.
It's a myth, so it's not real. So I'm saying, but it's something that they live by. Because who's the only people on the face of the earth that does not have many gods? The Israelites. You see what I'm saying? We were people that only served one God. Everybody else served many gods. There's so many gods that they serve that they're not all named. But with them, they all are the same though, if you realize that. How's it that the Queen of Heaven is Ishtar, and Rhea fits into the same category? Sybil, Maya, you see what I'm saying? The god of Mother's Day. The founder of Mother's Day is who? Now, this is a real woman. How did Mother's Day come to America? Go ahead.
I know just a little bit. I forget the woman's name, but it was during wartime.
Wartime?
Yeah.
And I kind of just said it to a while ago.
Right. And she was trying to, it was basically, she did it in a way to take a break from the war, I think, and give them time with a family and something to that effect. I'm not sure.
No. So pretty much what happened is a woman named is Anna Jarvis. Anna Jarvis, she pretty much, her mother was what you call a motivational speaker, a teacher. So she's a teacher. And she said that, there should be a day in the future where there's a day that honors mothers, you see what I'm saying, for all their hard work and dedication. Now, once her mother died, I believe in 1905, 1905, when Anna Jarvis got older, she fulfilled her mother's, wish, which was not only are we going to honor the mothers that are alive, but also the ones that are dead as well, to give thanks to the mothers for the hard work that they have been doing. And this started from white women, or a white woman to be exact. It did not start from Israelite culture. But today we follow behind it because that's the trend. That's what we was taught in slavery. So what you taught in slavery, if people hold on to it, they're gonna think that it is a tradition. A lot of people think that Sunday dinner is a tradition. It's not. It's very Christian, and it's not an Israelite thing. Yes, we can make big things of food. We cook all the time. In Jamaica, it's Sunday dinner every damn day. They always cooking. They always feeding somebody. See what I'm saying? So with Mother's Day, today's class is mostly going to be about the woman in a sense, like what men should do for the woman and what women needs to do for each other in order to be a nation with a conscious mind. Because of course, this day has nothing to do with Black and Hispanics at all. Mother's Day is just someone for us to fit into. It's a box for us to go into and fit in like everybody else is. We're trying to look like the society that we live in this world. Because the word world means age or society. That's what we're trying to fit into right now. And Black women do it all the time. Give me another example of how Black and Hispanic women try to fit into the age or society. Go ahead, Aaron. I'll go to you next.
When we want to straighten out like white women.
White women. And what does the Bible say about that?
So
What?
basically church, you do things like that.
It's like a plague, is what the Bible says. But I'm more looking for like when it says in Proverbs 3:31. What does it say? Proverbs 3:31. Oh, envy not thy oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Meaning, don't try to be like them in any fashion. Because a white man is a killer, he is a thief, he is a liar, he is the greatest actor on the earth. When I say the greatest actor on the earth, meaning he will deceive you. See what I'm saying? He will play innocent. And we can't be like them. We can't be disgusting and defiled. You know what I mean? Like they are. We can't be like them. Go ahead.
You saying that make me think of history. In history, they come under the guise of friendship and peace always.
Say it again.
In history, they come under the guise of friendship and peace, and then they use that, like with the Indians coming to America.
Right.
With a lot of other things, if you do your research, you see they come under the guise of peace first.
Right. So they put on this, this act or personification, or persona.
Facade.
Yeah, facade. Is that facade?
Facade.
Facade. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, facade. That's the word. They put on this whole facade as far as thinking that we are a peaceful people. We have a heart. We have the passion. That's not true. They just shot, a white man. The cop just shot a pregnant woman 5 times just last night in Texas. Just last night. See what I'm saying? And they give her no mercy. And it said that she also might have mental problems as well. And a white man don't care because he had no problem killing this 67-year-old woman back in New York about 2.5 years ago, who rushed after a cop in our own home with a bat. Instead of using a taser or using something else on his belt, he used a gun. That's the first thing he grabbed. That's always the first thing that they grab. It's damn near like everything else on their belt is non-existent. It's not there. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. These people are disgusting. But just to be back on topic, Black Hispanic women try to fit in to places where they do not belong. The feminist movement. I remember last year I did a history topic on the feminist movement. I never knew what I know now about how Black women got incorporated to that. I never knew that it started from white women. I never knew that it broke up families. Because at one point in time, before the feminist movement, our women were with men that had multiple wives. They were with men that had 10, 13 children. Now things is different. As soon as a woman suspects and sniffs around that you got another woman around you, she's going all hell break loose. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now she's ready to kill somebody over you. And that's that age of society. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I can't go like that. You're not gonna play me, Tyrone. You're not gonna play me, Jamal. Back then it wasn't like that. We had a strong family. And the man still was taking care of the woman and the children. He wasn't a deadbeat back then, but now he is today because he doesn't live in the house. You know what I'm saying? Mother's Day Mother's Day is not a day that Israelite women should celebrate, especially the ones that are shameful. If there are brothers and sisters out there if there are brothers, men, that are praising and worshiping women on days like this, they are disgusting and wicked. They are soft. They are soft men. And I'll tell you why. Because everybody bows down. It seems like everybody bows down to a woman. See what I'm saying? It's like, oh, she's so innocent, even though she's doing so wrong. No, everybody is afraid. A lot of people are afraid to tell a woman when she is wrong. And that's why we treat them like children. And we give them passes. We don't discipline them. Her tongue is sharper than yours. She'll tell you about yourself in a hot second. But you will agree and you will bow down. Women that are wicked and disobedient should not get any praise. And the word praise is just another word for saying compliment, according to the Bible. When Paul said, let another man praise you, meaning compliment you. See what I'm saying? Don't give a wicked woman praise. All those abortions that she's proud of, that she's happy about. How do you know that she's so happy? Because she's out in the club. She's out, just living her best life, being a whore. She's jumping from one ride to another with no shame. See what I'm saying? She is, putting herself on display for everyone to see how horrible and disgusting that she really is when she thinks it's cute, and it's not. There's so many pictures up, recently of, these mothers in clothes that should not be worn by these mothers, showing too much. See what I'm saying? They need more clothes on. I'm starting to think that these mothers are wearing their daughters' clothes. That's how bad it is. It's like have some self-respect. There are children around here. Where's your husband at? Probably got more than one. See what I'm saying? Disgusting, man. And that has to change. Black Hispanic men have to chastise and check women that are out of order. Praise the women that is being virtuous, being respectable and obedient. Can't find a lot of women like that. And Mother's Day is just a day for a woman who is shameful, see what I'm saying, to get glory, to feel comfortable in her filth. You know how a pig feels good when he's rolling around in the mud? It's the same thing with a woman. But for the women that are obedient, that do listen, that are very silent, and just very nurturing and caring and loving, and do not open up their mouth out of turn, even those women know not to celebrate Mother's Day. Why is that? Why does an obedient, virtuous sister knows that it's wrong to serve Mother's Day versus the one that does not? Go ahead.
I think they have some type of understanding that the other ones don't necessarily have, or respect that the other ones might not have, and still, to me, go back to understanding. But either they know
what exactly are they understanding that the other one does not?
Either they know the hierarchy of the Most High, the Son, the husband, and then the wife. Either they understand that, whether it's spiritually or mentally, or physically, that they understand it, or they have like the way you described Mother's Day from me listening. It really was all about pride. It really was all about self-pride. You said the woman just basically decided that I'm gonna acknowledge me. So that makes me ask, like, well, why you feel you need to acknowledge you? Because you feel like you're not being acknowledged. So it really is a prideful thing, which is what all of these, what describes or what stimulates, all of the sinfulness or these women who are not virtuous or righteous. So that's why I say it's like to me, it's like they have an understanding that the not so virtuous women don't have.
I'll take that. Go ahead.
I agree with him when he said too.
Right.
Ask him too.
Go ahead.
I'm just thinking like they,
I like that answer too, by the way. Go ahead.
Versus want to understand her place in life as a woman. You know what I'm saying? She understands how to behave and decide so she can learn something.
Right.
And versus the opposite, you know what I'm saying? The versus the one who's not a virtuous doesn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
You've been taught, you know what I'm saying, self-hatred for years and years and years, so she lost, mentally lost.
Right. So she thinks that this Mother's Day is a ticket to finally get the appreciation, the attention that she needs. See what I'm saying? And most time, a woman's attention seems to be unlawful. It seems to be like the attention that I want is I'm going to sleep with this guy, and then I'm not going to stay with him. I'm going to do it again with another. That's the type of attention. That's bad attention. I mean, there is an attention that a woman should get. A woman should get attention when she's doing what she's supposed to do, the righteous things. But she shouldn't starve for it. She shouldn't be thirsty for it. When she's doing whatever she's supposed to do as a woman, it's going to be noticed. It's going to be brought up. And I'm going to prove that in the scriptures. Now, let's get to the scriptures right now. Get Jeremiah 10:2. Jeremiah 10:2 is what we're going to get, all right? And take your time, brother. I'm just going to go ahead and talk. Now, let me see something real quick. Let me just look right quick.
Say 10:2.
Yeah, Jeremiah 10:2. You go ahead and read that whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Thus saith the Lord.
You want to read louder than that.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2.
You want to read just a little tad bit louder.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2.
Sounds better.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus says who?
Thus saith the Lord.
Now, these are the words of the Most High coming out of the mouth of who?
Out of Jeremiah.
Out of Jeremiah. Keep going. That's right.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of who?
The heathen.
The heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. Who are the heathen? What is the heathen? By definition.
The ungodly.
Okay. Well, even Israel can be ungodly, but they ain't heathens. Close, very close. Go ahead. Okay, Gentile has two different contexts. Gentiles can be the Israelites and who else? It could be the heathens too. But who are the heathens? Give me a picture that I can paint in my head.
African, other nations.
Other nations, there you go, that's your answer. That's the heathens. The heathens are other nations that are not you. So what are you? What nation are you from? The nation of Israel. And what are the Africans from the nation of Israel?
No.
They are from the nation of what?
Hamites.
Ham, the nation of Ham. Okay, keep going.
Verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
That's right.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. What does dismayed mean?
Confused. Be not.
Close. You're close.
Be not
dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not slow.
Go ahead.
Be not lost. Like pay attention.
Yes, close. Yeah, closer. Okay. Be not deceived. Be not deceived.
Right.
Do not be deceived by the signs of heaven. The heathens are dismayed at the signs of heaven. How do we know? Because they worship the sun god. They worship the stars. They worship anything floating around. If you go to China, there's a part in China where there's so much pollution, you can see the color of it. It's like a grayish dark color. It's like this color of this pen. So it's like a dark gray. And it's so heavy, just floating around. You know what I'm saying? That's like seeing air. You literally seeing air, but it's dirty air. You know what I mean? Imagine them just being, amazed by that. Because they a lot of these Africans and stuff, like for example, Africans believe that albinos are a good luck charm. They are magical. That's why if they see an albino African, they would try to kill it and eat it. And you have to hide albino Africans because the Africans that are dark, they would try to eat it for magical good luck. That's crazy. I have an albino nephew. I ain't trying to eat that little man. That's my nephew. That's weird. There you go. That's very weird to eat another person. That's beyond me. That's insane. You see what I'm saying? So they are dismayed at the signs of heaven, meaning the things that they see. They worship anything. Another thing, if you know how some people like this is a big thing about East Indians. East Indians was worshiping this thing that had this person had many fingers, many hands, and had all bunch of bumps and stuff like that. These people are dismayed at anything. They worship cats. What's that called? A sphinx? Sphinx. I don't know why they worship a damn cat. You see what I'm saying? But the whole point is, these people are dismayed at the signs of heaven. But let's see why the Most High told us not to learn from them. Keep going. Just want to explain more.
For the heathen are dismayed.
You want to read a little bit louder.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
For the heathens are dismayed at them. See what I'm saying? So the reason why the Most High told us not to do what? Learn from the heathens? Because they are dismayed. I mean, they are deceived. Anything is God to them. We are not supposed to serve everything. We are supposed to only, worship and serve one God, and that is Yahweh. And with serving the Most High, he has all the power. Why not serve Him when He has all the power? These heathens that look at all these magical looking things, it's not magical, man. We are just being deceived. It's damn like they hallucinating. And they all do drugs. That's why we smoke weed in the Black community. That's why we do all types of drugs. Don't you know, back in Egypt, the Egyptians were plunging their buttholes with cocaine. There was drugs back then. There was ways to get high. They were doing drugs. Every nation of the white man. You see how the white man is. The white man knows how to put something together and get himself high. You see what I'm saying? Whether it was the liquor, the beer, the malt liquor, disgusting. Whether it's the cigarettes, I mean, they was getting high off of anything that made them feel different. What they call an out-of-body experience, something like that. See what I'm saying? But let's keep moving on. Is that it on that?
Yeah.
So the whole purpose of us is to learn not the ways of the heathens. Now, how did we start learning the ways of the heathens? Give me a time and place. Give me as many as you can. Give me a time and place when we start learning from the heathens. Go ahead.
One when we was brought over here for slavery.
Okay. Brought the ships. Okay. So when we came over here, what did we start doing? What proved that we were learning from the heathens? Their way of life.
One of the first things was we had to accept the name they gave us.
That's not learning from the ways of the heathens. That's just taking on a name. We all have slave names in there, right? I may have a Hebrew name, but we also have slave names because we are in captivity. Go ahead.
Doing customs that they was doing,
like what? Using drugs.
Sleeping around with all types of different women.
Like when you say all types of different women, you talking about the one that's nice, the one that's mean, the one that's cute and pretty.
Yeah.
No, other nations.
No, I mean,
right.
That too, women that's good and pretty in other nations.
I would just focus on the one when you said other nations.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Anybody can be pretty, cute, ugly, nasty looking, fair in the skin. Any nation can, but it's which nation? We were having sex with their people when it is in the law that we are not supposed to do so. We learned their way of life. Now, Anna Jarvis, because of that white woman, Black women now keep the tradition of Mother's Day, and they feel no shame in their games, is what they always say. And usually a prostitute always says that. Some type of whore always says she ain't got no shame in her game. That lets you know that she doesn't fear anybody, that she's full of demons. See what I'm saying? So get Lamentations 4 and 3 for me. Let me show you something. Lamentations 4 and 3. Now also, I'll give you a great example. Jeremiah, when Jeremiah was speaking the words of the Most High, where was he? No, not necessarily. No.
What do you mean by what was it? Like, literally, what was it?
Right. At that time. Why was he telling us those things at that time? Why was he speaking to the Israelites about don't learn the ways of the heathens? If we were in Jerusalem in our own homeland, should he have to tell us that?
No, it's a lot.
Go ahead.
We was in
I know you got it.
slavery in Egypt.
Not Egypt. Not Egypt.
I know we was in a lot of different slaveries. Syria?
No, that's no. Babylon. And how you know? If you read this, and also says it in there too. If you get this Babylon Timbuktu, you'll read more about the holidays and the traditions of the Babylonians. There's a book called Two Babylons that gets more in depth of the practices that the heathens did. See what I'm saying? Now, in a second, I want you to get this. I want you to get this. I want you to read Ishtar, and I want you to read the Queen of Heaven. This is very important because Jeremiah spoke about the Queen of Heaven.
I got 4 and 3.
Go ahead. Oh no, actually, I want Aaron to read. Y'all just go back and forth. We're gonna kind of run and rush it a little bit.
Lamentations 4 and 3, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Even the sea monsters brought out the breast. They give suck to their young ones.
So the sea monsters is what? Where are sea monsters?
I think they're referring to the white women.
No, sea monsters are animals in the sea.
Okay, literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can also use that as far as women. Women are sea monsters too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they can be that too.
They used to breast white women to have all the breastfeed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If
If
you keep reading, this is more pertaining to black women, not white women. Go ahead.
The daughter of the people is become cruel.
The who?
The daughter of the people is become cruel.
The daughter of the people is become cruel. What people is that speaking about? Which people? I just said it. Huh? I just said it a second ago. Go ahead.
The black woman.
The black woman. The black woman that became cruel to her suffering, to her own children. How do we know? How do we witness it? Like, give me a scenario that shows that black women have been, not all black women now, but those that are really cruel and don't give a damn. How have they been cruel to their children? Why is the Most High talking about this? Because he's showing you something. Go ahead.
Well, look at that nowadays, the women are leading by example. Like they walk around dressing like hoes. They teaching their young daughters the same.
Right, and there should be no whores amongst the daughters of Israel, right? Exactly. Of the daughters of Israel. See what I'm saying? Or the daughters of Zion, which is a daughter of God. See what I'm saying? There should be no whoredom, no whores whatsoever of our daughters. So how the woman is treating our children, male or female, is they are treating them with a worldly, a worldly way of raising them up. See what I'm saying? A lot of women always tell they children, they young man, you know what I mean, that I'm your father and your mother. But your daddy wasn't anything, he would never be nothing. The mother turns the father, keeps the father away from the child, the boy mainly. And the boy grows a hatred similar to the mother's hatred against the father when the boy doesn't know the whole story, when he has been lied to and deceived. Because if that child is not by the mother's side, who does she have? Nobody. Because that sooner or later, as that little girl gets older, they are going to get into fights. The mother and the daughter are going to get into it. Because that little girl is going to grow breast. She's going to grow behind and think that she's grown and that she can do whatever she wants. Because that's what she's seeing from her mother. She's going to take after the same characteristics as her mother. Because her mother was not taught right. A lot of Black women are molested in the Black community. They have been beat down spiritually. That's why it says in the Bible they are the weaker vessel. It is a blessing if a woman has a man that is able to guide her and to keep her straight. When I say keep her straight, what do I mean?
Keep her, two things like that. Keep her, on the right path, not going astray, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. Yeah, right. In the nutshell, keep her in order. Keep her in check. Make sure that she is corrected. And if the mother is corrected, who else is going to be corrected? The daughter. And the daughter is going to follow behind the mother, right? Because she see that her mother got her a great man. She's living a good life, a healthy life. She's not getting beaten on. See what I'm saying? She's not getting tossed around from nigga to nigga. And she's actually has some type of worth, some type of value. See what I'm saying? But these mothers that get celebrated, see what I'm saying? These mothers that get celebrated on Mother's Day are cruel and disgusting and evil. They are the reason why our children are soft, our young men are soft. They become homosexuals. And they glorify it. See what I'm saying? They glorify every bit of it. Oh, let him be him, he's just different. No, he has a mental disorder. Back then it was classified that if you was a homosexual, you had a mental problem. Now they classify it as a way of life. It's a wicked way of life. See what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Let's keep going. Somebody get Proverbs 22:6. And also Mother's Day is just a big business, just like every holiday is. The white man knows how to play games, man. He knows how to capitalize off of Black and Hispanic people, because he knows that Blacks and Hispanics are going to spend all their money on flowers, chocolate, cards, new cars. See what I'm saying? New clothes. They are going to go all out. See what I'm saying? They're going to go all out for this disgusting day. Why would you let a devil tell you when to appreciate your own mother? When it says in the Bible, honor thy mother and thy father, right? When it says honor your mother, honor thy father, how long does it say to honor thy mother, thy father? Forever. It doesn't say on the second week, the second Sunday of May. It never says that. So you honor your mother and your father on Mother's Day, but then after Mother's Day, you hate her. She's a bunch of disgusting whores. She's the B word. She's a tramp. She's all these things. You don't give a damn about her. She's not a good fit mother. But then on Mother's Day, it's like, you know what, I apologize. As far as what I said, you've been a good mother, a great mother. On Mother's Day, you should let her know that, look, I love you, but I will not worship you on this day. If you expect me to do that for you, you got the wrong son. You got the wrong daughter. I'm not that child. Maybe my siblings are, but I am not that child. You got the wrong one. See what I'm saying? You might want to seek that from somebody else, because I'm going to correct you. See what I'm saying? And here, we correct anybody. See what I'm saying? Nobody gets a pass around here. A grandfather, grandmother, whatever. See what I'm saying? That's how it is. We don't give nobody passes around here. And people don't understand that. You got to correct those that need to be corrected. It needs to happen. On Mother's Day, you should not support a whore and get her emotions intact to feel like she's special in her filth. She is not. She is disgusting, and she needs to know. You need to tell her to wash yourself up, clean yourself. You need to come into these classes, put on a dress, put on everything that covers up every inch of your body because you're showing too much skin. If you need to wear an astronaut suit, put it on and sit over there and learn how to be quiet, learn how to stop being so disrespectful and masculine and so argumentative when it comes to a man when he talks about his views. Take off the world, wash off the Christianity. See what I'm saying? That's what black women need to do. Go ahead and read that.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
I want you to read that one more time, but with more authority in your voice.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child in which the way he should go. Now, why is this important? Keep going.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Because when they are old, they will do not what?
Depart from it.
Lord allow they do not. Because if they do, they are going to be a product of this world. They are going to be like everybody else that is around them, round about them. They're going to be like the heathen. They are going to follow them. They are going to watch their every move and be partakers of this disgusting world. Father's Day is about to come up next month. Y'all know it's the same thing. Mother's Day and Father's Day is no different. Honor thy mother and thy father always. What's the best thing that you can do as an Israelite? If your parents are dead or alive, what's the best thing that you can do for your mother and your father? As an Israelite, go ahead.
Is honor the Most High and follow the commandments.
There you go. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's the best thing that you can do. Because in the scriptures, when you start to study a little bit more, especially in the book of Ecclesiasticus, it talks about a lot of things. But it's a couple of chapters in here that talks about like a little bit about the distress of a child when he's disobedient and how much pain it causes the parents. And I was very deep when I read that because I'm just like, well, if the child is disobedient, if he's not following the Most High, it can cause a lot of problems for the actual parent. Now they got it in this captivity to where if your child don't go to school, the parent goes to jail. They can get fined, they can go to jail, and some kids just do not care at all. They say F you as a parent. And they going about their business in the streets. They think that it's their way of life. They was born like this. They was born for the streets, but they was born to die on the streets. That's what it really is. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what happens. And that's such a good story to read. The book of Ecclesiasticus is very long, by the way, but it's worth it. There's so much wisdom and counsel in there that you would want to study on. You know what I'm saying? So read that one more time.
Proverbs 22 and 6. Train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up a child in the way that he should go.
And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
And when he is old, he will not depart from thee. You said thee? It. Depart from it. So when you teach your daughters how to be a woman versus a whore, they will not depart from it. You teaching them to be a virtuous daughter of God is going to save their lives. They won't even know what the hell a Mother's Day is. See what I'm saying? Black and Hispanic women that are on their job, that are doing what they are supposed to do, give them praise. But shame those that need shame, that need correction and chastisement. Don't ever find yourself giving the wrong person the wrong thing. See what I'm saying? Don't give a reward to a sinner. Don't give a reward to a woman that does not deserve it. Because what you're going to do, you are going to tell them that this is acceptable. If you give them leeway, they are going to keep doing it. They are going to think it's okay. See what I'm saying? Same thing with a man. You got to be careful. You got to be strict on these men. Men need to start to check other men, and women need to do the same for each other. And that's the love. That's why I picked this topic today, because that's what needs to happen. We need to set a boundary and a standard. And women have so many goals. Every time I talk to a sister, it's like, my goals is, get this money. See what I'm saying? I'm not worried about anybody. I'm trying to get my degree, get this, get that. Maybe you should work on serving the Most High and watch how you can get whatever you want just by being virtuous. You will get the things that you never even asked for, that you never even considered before. But it's going to be better than what you thought that you wanted. And watch how the Most High just blows your mind away. Because he's going to get you what you need versus what you think you need. And that's the difference. Black and Hispanic women do not need Mother's Day. That is trash. You better honor your goddamn mother every day. Have some self-respect for yourself and your nation. Because it seems like our ancestors, those that have fought to serve the Most High, and now they have to turn in their graves to come back and see things like this. Black women are clamors on TV, period. Loving hip hop, I don't see how people watch that. Bad Girls Club, I don't know if it still comes on, but when it was on, disgusting. Right. All these sisters trying to they all fighting just to be with this homosexual man on TV, Ray J. He's homosexual. All these reality TV shows, they are degrading themselves just to be, just to be on TV and act a fool. You would never see a sister in the Y.A.H.A.N.N on TV like that. Go ahead.
I just was gonna say they give they make them all look like they one way too. Like it's always a competition and negativity. Like it's always about, we willing to fight, for our 5 minutes in the camera, or fight over this man, or fight over this conversation. Like, and it's like you said, it's with contentment, and under the Most High, you don't have to, you're content. You don't have to try to prove yourself. You know who you are. You know your place.
Well, not all women do. That's why they end up on TV. Right. That's why they end up on TV. Right. But for those, let me see how long it's like. But those that are on TV, they don't know no better. Right. Apparently, they don't. You see what I'm saying? But for those that know better, see what I'm saying? They're not on TV. They are in the household, pleasing a man with, kind words. You're pleasing their man with, make sure that the house is held down. See what I'm saying? The sex in the bedroom is good. The food, no talk back, no disrespect. The children are in order. They're not all over the place. I don't see no softness in my son. I don't see my daughter half naked around the house. That man is content. He is satisfied. See what I'm saying? And this woman knows better. Maybe her mother didn't treat her right, but maybe she met a man that showed her how to live a better life than what she did before she met that man. What the hell is a Mother's Day? When you have a husband who can give you what you need. If you want praise, show me that I should give you some praise, some compliments. Maybe I should take you out. Why should I? Because you asked for it? With your mouth, show me with your actions. I'm going to treat you right and treat you well. But show me something. See what I'm saying? And show me, are you worth it? Go ahead.
Something virtuous, like
it's skillful. Which means skillful.
Right, skillful. Right, skillful. Even better word. Yeah,
right. It's the exact definition of virtuous. Right. See what I'm saying? A woman with skill. You see what I'm saying? And that's the best thing to have, because a woman is supposed to be a what to a man? Let's go all the way back to Genesis. Go ahead. Help me. She is supposed to help you. She's supposed to help you. You know what I mean? There's roles to play in a marriage and in a relationship. See what I'm saying? Everybody got their lines, everybody got their positions in a marriage. More than anything, a woman is a helper. That's what she was there for. See what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and get Proverbs 31 and 26. Let's go ahead and move forward a little bit. You might want to text your phone. I mean, you want to check your phone. Just real fast. A message came through. Man, time just went by fast. Dang. And when you're done responding to that, just go ahead and start reading. Y'all bringing out a lot of good points too, by the way. It's good. Let me see. Okay. Let me see something else. Okay. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, that's well. Go ahead.
Well, scripture, Proverbs 20,
31 and 26.
31 and 26.
Okay.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 26. She openeth her mouth with wisdom.
She opened up her mouth with wisdom. Most of these females out here open up their mouth with no wisdom. They sound like a sack of rocks. Just dumb. You know, and that statement doesn't make sense, right? That's the point. That's the point. See what I'm saying? So keep going.
And in her tongue is the law of kindness.
And in her tongue is the law of kindness. What is the law of kindness? What is that talking about? What is King Solomon speaking about? Don't think too hard. Go ahead.
What she's speaking about, what's on her heart.
Yeah, the law of kindness, meaning like she's not clamorous, she's not proud in her speech. She's not deceitful in her speech. She's not speaking evil things. The law of kindness things. You see what I'm saying? She's being respectful. She's talking to you, sweetly. And some men love that. Love the way that they women talk. See what I'm saying? Then there's others that hate when they talk, period. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So keep going.
Verse 27. She looketh well to the ways of her household.
She looked at the ways of the well of her household. Keep going.
And eateth not the bread of idleness.
And eat not the bread of what?
Idleness.
What is idleness?
Survival.
Go ahead. Ready? What does it talk about?
Like false words, what we talking about? Idols.
Yeah. So she's not looking at Cardi B.
Exactly.
She's not looking at Nicki Minaj. You know what I mean? She is a woman that is far better than them. See what I'm saying? So read that one more time and say she eat not what?
Not the bread. She eat not the bread. She eateth not the bread of idleness.
Meaning that she does not take on that, she doesn't eat from that, perception. She doesn't eat from that that plate. You know what I'm saying? With all the ratchetness, all the wickedness. You know what I'm saying? She don't eat from that. She eats from something else. You know what I'm saying? A woman who has conduct, a woman that has, respect for herself, a true woman. When I say women in the world, I damn near just call them little girls. Just little girls, because they don't seem like women.
So like, what did it say? A foolish woman is clamorous.
Yeah, Proverbs 9 and 13. Yeah, see what I'm saying? So go ahead and get, is that verse 28 yet?
No, this is not 28.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Verse 28. Her children rise up and call her blessed.
Now, that's very important. Why is that important? Why is that very important? Go ahead.
Because they respect her.
They respect her and they see what is she doing.
They see wisdom from her. She's a righteous woman.
Yeah, righteous and a virtuous woman. See what I'm saying? So they rise up and they do what?
They call Salaki. Verse 28. Her children arise up and call her blessed.
So the children wake up and call her blessed. It's like you the father, you say, you know, I mean, you got a little Hebrew name for your son and your daughter. I say boy one, girl one. hey, y'all go in there and, you know, bring this plate to your mom and tell her how much I appreciate her. See what I'm saying? Otherwise, you ain't getting no toys. All right, go. You see what I'm saying? They go, they like, Mom, you know, you're such an amazing woman. You do this, you do that. Thank you. See what I'm saying? I love when you and Dad, you know, take us out, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? And they rise and say that she's blessed. You know what? You know, it's funny though, with that scripture, I actually seen that before. In the truth, I saw a child just express how happy he was having somebody around. See what I'm saying? That wasn't the physical father, but it was still so nice to see. And still speaking highly of the mother. I was like, wow. Yeah, that was. I was like, I just saw a scripture come to life. See what I'm saying? Like it was beautiful, man. And you would see that. You know, not everybody, you know, not every child, you know, is down with Y.A.P.K, or the people that are, the parents, half of the time. You see what I'm saying? But those that are really appreciate the mother, the father, or you know, stepmother, father, whatever. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So is that it on that?
No.
Keep going.
Her husband also, and he praised her.
Say it again.
Her husband also, and he praised her.
That's why I kept saying praise. Because when a husband praises this woman, that means that he compliments her on the great things that she's doing.
True.
A woman should not have to be like, well, you never compliment me. You never do this, you never do that. Well, do something righteous for once. See what I'm saying? Do something that's worth complimenting. And I would do it. I'm not blind. See what I'm saying? You know, a woman has to understand that. Well, I've been trying this, I've been trying that. Well, it seems like when you're trying, you're still doing wicked things. I can't compliment that. I can only disregard it and show you how shameful it is. You're not going to catch my attention, you being a disgusting, filthy whore. You just bitching at me all the time. And you just nagging and complaining about everything. I'm not going to praise you on that. See what I'm saying? But what I will do, I will chastise you. I will not treat you like a child. And that's what brothers need to understand. Like brothers need to, like you know how you do the 1 year rule in school, where you know a brother and sister off limits for 6 months, and then there's a whole 6 months if you decide to be with each other. So you know, if you do the math, it's a whole year, right? As you preparing to be with that person, as of now, this is your brother and that's your sister, and this brother and this sister is getting to know each other. If y'all decide to get married, remember what you've learned before you got married. Still treat your wife as your sister, and that wife should treat you as a brother. What do I mean by that?
Still respect one another, you know what I'm saying? As far as when y'all learn in class, in I.S.U.P.K, y'all learn how to be, she learned how to be a virtuous woman, you learn, both y'all learn how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Don't forget that when y'all get married. Right.
Don't forget the training. Don't forget what you guys, went through to get to where you're at right now. See what I'm saying? Don't forget the respect and love that y'all had for each other before y'all got married. Keep that. That's why in the book of Tobit, the brother said, man, what did he say? He said, some thy sister. He said, this is my sister. But they were married already. You see what I'm saying? It was so deep, because I'm just like, okay. So it's like how you would talk to a sister, how you would be gentle and, warm and nice to the sister. You know what I mean? That relationship that you have with her, have the same with your wife. Still teach her this is wrong and this is right. This is how you want to do this, and this is how you want to do that. You want to live your life like this and live your life like that. See what I'm saying? But of course, there's certain boundaries when you're not married to a sister, but you're actually being a genuine brother to her. But you get what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know, if you were my uncle, and you know, in the truth, see what I'm saying? Somehow, somewhere in the family, my children married somebody else's, married, you know, my son married your daughter, something like that. Now we're family. I mean, although, you know, there's uncle, nephew, niece, whatever, it's still brother and sister relationship. That never changes. See what I'm saying? So it shouldn't change when you get married. It shouldn't change when you're a cousin-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, things of that sort. None of that should change. See what I'm saying? And we have to remember, do not give women passes when they are being wicked. They have to know to be, you know, they have to be corrected. Otherwise, you are going to make them weaker and weak. You can't treat them like children and try to kiss their wounds. See what I'm saying? You can't cover up what they're doing. When a woman is being disrespectful, tell her like, you out of line, you out of order. You are acting like a bitch right now. And it may sting her, but let it sting. So she understands her place, her position. See what I'm saying? I mean, she want to call her mama up and listen to her all day. Tell her that you wrong. You are disrupting this household. Your mother being involved is disrupting the household. She's not in the bedroom with us. It's just me and you. Not me, her, and you. This is between me and you, not her and us.
Right. And you do that too, right? They do that all the time.
You damn right they do. You damn right they do. See what I'm saying? So in honor of Mother's Day is just a license for women to feel appreciated by this white man. And it's so vain. And it's just a way for you to sell yourself short. Because when you're out celebrating yourself as a mother, you're not giving the glory to the Most High, you're giving it to yourself. Same thing with birthdays. Same thing with every holiday that there is. You're giving yourself the glory and not the Most High. And the Most High is not going to glorify in that at all. See what I'm saying? It's great that you are a mother. That is a blessing. You went through a burden of childbirth to carry a child. But at the same time, you don't need a set date to commemorate that day to where it's all about you. It seems like a lot of these holidays surround themselves around women worship. Yeah. Easter is one of them. The whole Queen of Heaven. Let's jump to something real quick. What time is this? Yeah, I got time. Okay. What I want right now is give me Ecclesiasticus 26 and 14, Raphael. Yeah, and you could just hope that I want you to get Jeremiah 7 and 18, Aaron. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 14. Before we leave out of here, we got to get the Queen of Heaven. That's very important, who that is. See what I'm saying? We got to get the Queen of Heaven. All right. I'm ready. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, verse 14. Mm-hmm. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Say it one more time.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. You better believe it. Mm-hmm. It is a gift of the Lord. See what I'm saying? Why is it such a gift of the Lord? I love that scripture so much, man. Me too. Come on, why is it such a gift of the Lord? Go ahead. Anybody? Go ahead.
The first thing that comes to mind is this. It's easy to work with. It's almost like a set table. Like when you come, she your helper. So when you come to get that help or you got something to share with her, it's ready to go. If she's silent and she loving, she's ready to receive.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead.
One, you know, we've been dealing with so many loud, obnoxious, and disrespectful women, and one of them. And then, like, it's a gift to have, like I said, the scripture is a gift to have a silent
and loving
woman, like a relief. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and
that's what I'm most out. It's a good one.
Right, and I'll tell you why. Because when you go to camp, what are you dealing with? You're dealing with the white man. You're dealing with everybody who's trying to come up against the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is on the line. You might not make it back home to your kids. See what I'm saying? You're slaving. You're doing all this counseling. See what I'm saying? You got so much going on in life. You are building up a nation. That's a burden in itself. It's such a hard work. You're doing the work of the Lord. You're going through hell right now. But you come home and you have a loving wife, a silent wife that's there to just take care of you. See what I'm saying? She's doing her part. She's doing her job. Instead, you got some brothers who go home to monsters. They are not underneath the bed. They are in the bed with them. And that's even worse. That's even worse. It's like, damn, like, are you going to give me any peace? And then you start second guessing yourself. Like, I should have never slept with this woman. I should have just waited. And you should have waited. Because right now, you pick that woman. That's your responsibility. So it takes a man to handle that woman, to cast off those demons that she got inside of her, to turn her and shape her into the woman that she needs to be, according to the Bible. But instead, you got a woman that got the spirit of Mother's Day, and a lot of women that celebrate Mother's Day are really independent women. Mm-hmm. All I hear is me and my kids. Mm-hmm. It's like, where's the father at? But if he is around, I think he should be the one that should be the mother on this day, because of how emasculated he has been, and that's the truth, and that's sad. That's terrible. See what I'm saying? So before you read that, Raphael, I want you to read the Queen of Heaven right here, in the Zondervan's Bible Pictorial Dictionary. I want you to read that, right, where it's highlighted, and then after you're done reading that, I want you to read that scripture, and then we're gonna end it off like that. Go ahead.
Queen of Heaven.
And this is out of the Zondervan's Bible Pictorial Dictionary. Go ahead and read it louder than you ever read it before.
Hebrew, Maleket Hasha Mayim. Some controversy surrounds the philology and significance of this title. But it seems best to regard it as the female deity to whom deity, the female deity,
right,
to whom, with her family's aid and connivance, Hebrew women made offerings. Jeremiah 7:18.
That's what we're going to read.
44, 17 through 25. The most likely identification is with Ashtoreth, goddess of love and fertility.
Say it one more time.
The most likely identification is with Ashtoreth.
How you spell it?
Ashtoreth.
Asterisk. That's asterisk.
And the most likely identification is with Ashtoreth, goddess of love and fertility.
Right, and that's the same thing as these holidays, like Mother's Day. Mother's Day, that's definitely associated with it. With Rhea and Sybil. You see what I'm saying? Who else? Easter, which is Ishtar. Ishtar is the one with the mini breast. But the goddess of Rhea is about motherhood, but it's more than just motherhood. It's fertility as well. Same thing as Sybil. Sybil, Rhea, they're all the same thing. All right, keep going.
synonymous with the Assyrian and Babylonian Ishtar.
There you go.
And the Roman Venus.
There you go, in the Roman Venus. See, all these gods are the same. They're not really serving different gods. They all have different names, but are the same people. You see what I'm saying? So is that it on that?
It's a little more.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Good time is 8:45, and the Minneapolis Central Library will be closing in 15 minutes.
All right.
Thank you.
Keep going. Come on, let's go.
The wailing of Tammuz was associated. Tammuz was associated with her cult.
All right, you start right there.
Okay.
Read that scripture real quick. I'll break all that down real fast, and we're gonna get out of here.
7:18, right?
7:18. Come.
Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough.
So start right there. You got the children, you got the father, and of course the other mothers as well. They are all kneading the dough. They're gathering wood, a bonfire. They are gathering all these things for the celebration of who? The Queen of Heaven. There are no queens in Israel except for, slightly. There are no queens in Israel whatsoever. But there are queens in other nations that are not Israel. You follow me, right? You see what I'm saying? So the Queen of Heaven is a goddess, a deity. You see what I'm saying? A queen is another word for saying prostitute. If you break down the real root word, the word queen means prostitute. See what I'm saying? So when I hear sisters call themselves queens on Mother's Day, on their birthdays, and you know what I mean, just any opportunity that they find, it's just like, yes, you are a queen. You are a whore. Your actions show it. You fit the description of a queen, a prostitute who is a whore. And what does the Bible say about whores when it comes to the daughter of Israel, the daughter of Zion? There should be no whores amongst our, I'm paraphrasing, there should be no whores within our nation when it comes to our sisters. See what I'm saying? But there are people out there that put them on a pedestal to have liberty, to have too much of it, to where they are too filled up in the head, and they can do whatever they want to feel, because they are their own person. They think that they have control over their whole entire life, when that's not true. See what I'm saying? Read that one more time.
Verse 18, the children gather wood.
You got the children gathering the wood. They are helping out in celebration of the Queen of Heaven. That's going to get them killed. And this is what Jeremiah was speaking about in chapter 10. Learn not the ways of the heathens. Keep going.
And the fathers kindle the fire.
Meaning they starting up the stove. Just like every Christmas, every Thanksgiving. Somebody's grabbing the utensils, the children, usually, if you watch these movies, the father or the mother is cooking up that stove. They're about to prepare some unlawful traditional food for the Most High, and of course he hates it and despises it. Keep going.
And the women knead their dough.
What does it mean to knead their dough? I heard a brother read this scripture. He was laughing like it was funny because he thought it meant knead the dough, meaning they need that money. I understand this is biblical. Go ahead.
When they make it, it's bread.
Right. When they knead the dough, knead the dough.
So the tool.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, you got that. Otherwise, you do it with the palm, your hands. Meaning, like just stretching out the dough. You knead the dough. And knead is K-N-E-A-D. See what I'm saying? Keep going. So they are preparing. They throw it up. They, twirl it around, the little pizza, the dough, whatever you want to call it. The dough. They making something out of it. Maybe pastries or something. They are making this all in celebration of the Queen of Heaven. Keep going.
To make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
To make what?
Cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
So what happens every holiday? We are cooking. We are paying more attention. We are giving our spirit away to another God instead of giving it to the Most High. What happened to Passover? Purim. What happened to the Feast of First Fruits that's coming up in June 17th next month? What about that? We want to cook all this good, marvelous food for the Queen of Heaven, but what about the God of Israel? who is real and who is not fake. You ever thought about that? Where's the day of the Most High? You got Mother's Day, you got Father's Day, but where's the day that celebrates the Most High? When will you serve Him? When will you worship and celebrate Him? You can't do it during Christmas. You can't do it during Thanksgiving. You can't do it in a man-made world. You can't do it when you're following men. You got to follow what is in the Bible, and those things are not in the Bible. It says, honor thy mother and thy father. How do you do that? You keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Us not being homosexuals and criminals and a bunch of whores and thieves, that's honoring your mother and your father. You are living based off the principles and the rules that was given to us before time, in the way beginning. In the way beginning. That's why we must carry that out. Our children should be a strong reflection of all of us that are doing righteously. All right, so with that being said, that's Mother's Day. Check out the law class with Officer YAHANNA. All right, so with that being said, we're going to end class and wrap it up. All right, check out class tomorrow, man. All right, after let's go wrap this up. We got like 2 minutes left. Let's do it for that. Hold on a second. You go ahead.